defensively, we got to be more locked in and just do what we do offensively. I think when we create turnovers and create stops and get out and do our thing, we're really good.
You talked about finding a rhythm going into the last part of the season. Do you think you guys are on that path?
We're almost there. We're almost there. I know offensively we can score the ball with anybody. The number one and number two offensive teams are competing tonight. Defensively, it's whoever gets the stops. And that's going to determine the game.
James, can you talk about the job Mike's done with you guys this year, from start to finish so far?
Unbelievable job. Just especially it being his first year. He's coached us to a T. He knows when we're kind of beat up or whatnot. He knows when we need to practice and get a rhythm. So he's done a great job with the lineups. He's just been unbelievable. He's been a really good mentor to us. Obviously, a good coach, but we can relate to him, and he's just there for us all the time.
When did you realize it was going to be that good? Did it happen pretty quickly? Take a while?
I mean, just from the beginning. When we first had the conversation, when he got here, I knew it was going to be good. Our communication was extremely high, and he's done a really good job. From that started when he got here until now. We're a lot more comfortable with each other, and I think it's showing on the court as well.
James, there's obviously a lot more interest in this game. Are you a little more hyped up for it?
No, I'm hyped honestly for every game here and down the stretch, because I know how good of an opportunity we have. To get some good momentum going into this playoffs. So whether it's the Warriors, whether it's Minnesota, whether it's anybody, no matter what team we play, I think it's more about ourselves than our opponent.
Mike said yesterday that y'all don't fear anybody. How cool is that? How much fun is that to not fear anyone?
Yeah, we don't fear anybody, but we respect our opponent. So like I said, we know we have a really good team coming in, and we're gonna have to be on our A's and Q's from the beginning of the game. They do a really good job of movement on offense, defensively. They help each other a lot. So we're going to have to be really good tonight to win.
How much do you guys like these games where you'll have a good crowd, it'll be that playoff type atmosphere, especially when you're this close to postseason?
Yeah, I think, like I said, from here on out, every game is going to be big time, and we're going to have to figure out how to win. Different teams are going to play us different defensively, and so the crowd is amazing. It's been amazing all season long. And even on the road, we got to figure ways to win.
James, have you talked about on nights when you're not finding your shot, or the whole team is not shooting the ball well, how you stick to the game plan and still find success?
Yeah, it's going to happen. We have so many guys that can get hot and get going at any point. So I think our mindset, mostly is on the defensive end, because I think the more turnovers we can create and the pace we create, the more open shots we're going to get, especially in transition. So our shots aren't falling. I think we've done a really good job, especially throughout the season. When we're not making shots, we get stops, and we come away with wins. It's not going to be pretty all the time, but as long as we can find different ways to win, that'll help us in the playoffs.
Is there a game you go back to where you say, hey, this wasn't how we wanted to win, but it was really impressive how we won?
Other than the Oklahoma City game, we shot the ball well. The last several games has been that way, and so especially not having Ryan in our lineup, who spaced the floor very well. We got to be more scrappier, and defensively we got to just get into bodies more, and like I said, push the pace that way we can get out of transition.
Yes, besides teams like this, Oklahoma City and the Warriors, to prepare defensively for the playoffs?
Yeah, really good teams, really good players. From here on out, even our next game in the Blazers, and so this is a test for us. It's good for us. We need it, and it's happening at the right time.
Besides Mike's presence, James, what's the biggest difference for you this year?
Personnel, and the trust that my teammates have in me. I think that's very important. You ask any other player around this league, it's nothing better than having your teammates trusting you, knowing that you can go out there and just play free, and knowing that they have your back at all times.
And I know you're not necessarily worried about individual stuff, but obviously the MVP race is pretty tight. You've played every single. I think so. I think it's fair. You've played every single game so far. Do you think that matters?
Yeah.
At the end?
Yeah, because you're not leaving your teammates out there to dry. For me, I worry about always having my teammates' backs and always being out there knowing that no matter what, I'm going to be out there unless I'm injured, and then that's a different story. But for me, I'm going to be out there, and I'm going to have their back, and they know that they'll have mine as well. For the coaching staff, for the fans, especially here in Houston, the front office. I'm here to play.
How much does Mike stress to you about making other guys better around you? Just helping them get better.
He doesn't really have to talk to me about that. That's just how I approach every single game. That's my job, to go out there and make my teammates better. Let my teammates get the shine. As long as I can go out there and do what I do at a high level, everybody eats.